Jeb Burton will be driving for Kaulig Racing in 2021, and it was just announced a few minutes ago that, in very shocking fashion, that John Hunter Nemechek will not be returning to Front Row Motorsports in the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series season. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to another video. We have got a lot of NASCAR news to discuss here today on the channel. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. The first thing we are going to talk about is Jamie Little, as she will become the first play-by-play female announcer in racing history, as she will become the announcer on Fox's ARCA Menards stint. When they do their ARCA Menards races, she will be the main commentator. This is really, really exciting for Jamie Little. I think that she is a very underrated pit reporter. I think she does a very, very phenomenal job as a pit reporter at Fox Sports. Someone who I generally always look forward to at Fox. There aren't a lot of people who look forward to at Fox, in my honest opinion. I think she does bring a lot of energy and a lot of excitement when she is on pit road. And I think she's going to be a really good addition to ARCA Menards. She's better than the last commentator. I think she's going to do a lot better than the last commentator. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. Apparently, Lee Diffie recommended her. When Lee Diffie recommends you to become a main lead broadcaster, that's really good signs. And this is really, really awesome, and I cannot wait to see what Jamie Little is going to do next year. I think she's going to bring a lot to the table for Fox, especially in the ARCA Menards series, and maybe eventually she could become the play-by-play announcer for Fox. I don't think that's going to happen, but she also will be remaining as a pit reporter for the Xfinity series and for the NASCAR Cup Series well in 2021. So huge congratulations to her, and I think she's deserved this for a very long time. Since she's worked at ESPN, I'm really glad that she's getting this opportunity to commentate in the ARCA Menards series as the play-by-play announcer. On to the next story. We're going to talk about NASCAR tracks, as, according to Adam Stern, NASCAR tracks lost an estimated $150 million to $175 million in combined ticket revenue this past season, per estimates from industry execs familiar with the sport's finances. This does not shock me one bit. It really doesn't surprise me, because really fans cannot go to majority of races this year. This doesn't surprise me. I think a lot of things in general, there is a lot less money coming in at the moment, and these tracks lost, without no surprise, a lot of money this year because fans were not allowed in attendance. And also, when there were fans allowed in attendance for some of these races, there weren't a lot of concession stands open and available at the time, which, again, it doesn't shock me one bit that, again, there's that much money gone. They probably got a lot of money, though, from the TV contracts and the TV revenue, so they're not in trouble. But that is a lot of money, though. But it doesn't surprise me one bit because, again, they're not making money. They're not making a ton of money in 2021 because, again, like I said, in majority races, fans were not allowed in attendance. So it doesn't surprise me one bit. Next year, I do expect that revenue to be still a little bit down, but I don't expect ticket revenue and money to be down as much as it was in 2020. Again, COVID really is the big contributor to why money was down in 2021. On to the next story. It's been rumored for about a week that Chip Ganassi was looking at getting his DPI program back up and running for the first time since 2015 and backing IMSA for the first time since 2019. And he will be returning to sports cars next year in the DPI class with Cadillac. This is really, really exciting. For those of you who don't know, Chip Ganassi has historically won a ton of the 24 Hours of Daytona. They're historically a really strong organization. I believe they've also won the 24 Hours of Le Mans. They were with DPIs for a very long time. In 2016, he went back to the GT class with the Ford GT class from 2016 and 2019 before they shut down in 2020. But they're back in 2020 with the Cadillac brand as well. I'm expecting that the team is probably going to be Jimmy Johnson, Chase Elliott, and Scott Dixon. I don't remember if Scott Dixon is returning to Wayne Taylor Racing or not. I do believe that Ryan Briscoe and Ranger Van de Zandt are not returning, though, and there's a chance this could be a four-car operation. I wouldn't be surprised if Ranger Van de Zandt comes over from Wayne Taylor because I believe he is a Cadillac factory driver or GM factory driver, if I'm not mistaken. So really, really cool that Ganassi is back. Like I said, it's been rumored, and I think this could be the team where Jimmy Johnson and Chase Elliott go to for this season. It's really, really exciting. And again, Jimmy Johnson, I expect to run the 24 Hours Daytona to kind of get road course experience, especially since, he is going to be running in IndyCar for all the road course races in 2021. I'm really excited about this opportunity. And again, I think that you're going to see a really strong team. Do I think they have a shot to winning? If they get some really good road course and some sports car power next year, I think that they will be a very strong team in 2021. But yeah, I'm really excited about this, and I cannot wait to see what they are going to do in 2021 in the IMSA program because it is really, really exciting. On to the next story. Jeb Burton has been announced to be the driver of the 10 car for Kaulig Racing in 2021. He'll be the driver for that team in 2020 as the second driver along with Justin Haley. This actually has me extremely excited because I think Jeb Burton is a very, very underrated driver. I don't think he's the best NASCAR driver in NASCAR currently, but he's a really good driver. He did really well with Junior Motorsports this past year. I've been a fan of Jeb Burton since his days in the truck series when he ran, I believe, for Turner Motorsports back in 2013 when he actually won a race at Texas as a rookie in 2013 in the NASCAR Truck Series. I think he did generally a really good job over that program. And when the A car was really not struggling or not having any power problems or power issues in 2021, this car generally was up front. And Jeb Burton, especially how strong Jeb Burton was at Richmond and many of the other races in 2021 that he raced. Again, he wasn't the best driver. I think Daniel Hemrick at times was better than him in this car. But I think Jeb Burton is a very underrated driver. This is a really, really awesome opportunity for him, especially to go full-time in 2021. Now, what are my expectations for Jeb Burton in 2021? My expectations, honestly, I think that there is a chance that he could win a couple races next year. I don't think he's going to win the championship, of course, but Kaulig Racing every year since they started, they've generally have gotten better as the team has gotten better in time. You know, they've gotten a couple wins for this team in the past. I think, like I said, I think Jeb Burton does have the capabilities. What are like my official expectations? I think Jeb Burton in 2021, I really think that there is a chance he'll win at least one or two races in 2020. I do expect a win from him in this 10 car. They are going to be an overall a pretty consistent team, and I do expect Jeb Burton to be a pretty good driver in 2020. Again, I cannot wait to see what Jeb Burton is going to do in the 2021 season as he gets a really cool opportunity at Kaulig Racing. Now, again, I'm wondering if AJ Allmendinger is going to become the third driver. I've heard rumors that they're looking at maybe getting a third driver for Kaulig Racing, the 16 car, or if that team is going to be a part-time team. But we'll have to wait and see if AJ Allmendinger does go to that team in the 16 car. If not, you'll have two full-time cars in 2021. And now we get into the final story of this episode. As I mentioned in the beginning, something really, really shocking happened today. John Hunter Nemechek is not going to be returning to Front Row Motorsports in 2021. Front Row Motorsports president Bob Jenkins, an owner, released a statement earlier today when this was announced, and here's what he said. We want to thank John Hunter for being a part of Front Row Motorsports and beginning his NASCAR Cup Series career with us. He certainly helped elevate our performance this past season and brought added value to the 38 team. We wish him the best in the next phase in his career. He will always be a friend of ours. He also released his own statement as well. But yeah, I'm honestly really, really shocked, if we're going to be honest, that John Hunter is leaving the team. Apparently, he chose to leave Front Row Motorsports 2021. Again, I'm surprised, especially this late into 2020. We're only a couple months from Daytona. I'm really surprised he's announcing this now. I would have thought maybe like a month or two ago that he was going to announce this, announce he was going to be leaving Front Row Motorsports. Again, this really surprises me that he's leaving his team this late in the season. Now, the question is for me is where's John Hunter going to go next year? I really don't know, honestly. There's not many rides open. He could go to that Matt Tiff, BJ McLeod team next year. That is a Ford car, and he's driven for Ford Front Row Motorsports in 2020. And he did really well at Front Row Motorsports. Well, not fantastic, but he did pretty well at Front Row Motorsports. Again, it surprises me. I think he could go, like I said, he could go to the Matt Tiff, BJ McLeod team. He could become a second driver Spire. They are looking at two full-time drivers. He did drive. We know that Corey Joy's probably going to Spire, and they want to do two full-time cars in 2021. He could become the second driver at Front Row Motorsports. That is a pretty big possibility. He could also go back to the Xfinity Series. He could also end up, at Gaunt Brothers full-time. There is that possibility, but Gaunt Brothers, I've heard, wants to go part-time, maybe a Rick Ware. I really don't know what's going to happen with John Hunter, but hopefully John Hunter does find a good ride next year and goes to a pretty solid organization, because I think John Hunter is a very, very good driver, and I think he does have a lot of possibility, maybe be a Cup champion one day. I may be exaggerating John Hunter, but I think he is a really good driver. I think he can win some Cup races, and I think there is potential with John Hunter Nemechek. Again, it just surprises me this late into the year, and the season is concluded and this close to Daytona. I know we still have like 3 months till Daytona 500, but this close to Daytona 500 and announcing this, I thought he was returning to Front Row Motorsports, but again, they had not announced their drivers for 2021. So I'm really, really shocked, So now another question is, What happens in front row? Who ends up going there? There are a few possible candidates to go there. I think a lot of people are looking at Todd Gilliland because he does drive for Front Row Motorsports in the Truck Series, but I feel like Todd Gilliland will be being rushed up really quickly, and I don't think he would have enough experience to do really well at Front Row. I think Todd Gilliland does have a lot of talent. He did really well in the Truck Series this year with that organization. I mean, he got them their first playoff opportunity in 2021, so there is that possibility that he could go over to Front Row Motorsports in the Cup Series in 2021. There's another driver that I think that could go there is Kaz Grala. I've heard his name brought up by multiple people that Kaz Grala could go over to an organization like Front Row Motorsports. I know he's brought up to maybe go Fast before they went to a part-time team. But there have been rumors that maybe Kaz Grala could go there now. I'm not certain that he would be the driver. There's other drivers in the free agency market that could go there. I would think it's going to either be Todd Gilliland or Kaz Grala who's going to end up over at Front Row Motorsports. I mean, there is a possibility that they could loan JT Doherty's a number, put Ryan Preece at front row. There is that possibility going on, but I really don't know. I think it's still going to either be Todd Gilliland or it's going to be whatever his name is, Kaz Grala. I think those are going to be the two drivers that are really in the running to take over that ride in 2021. But yeah, like I said, I'm honestly really, really shocked that John Hunter is not going to be returning next year. I hope John Hunter, like I said, finds a really good ride in 2021 because I think he deserves a really, really awesome opportunity to go to a really top-tier team and run for a great team because I think he really, really deserves a top opportunity at a great organization for 2021, regardless if it's in the Cup Series or Xfinity Series. I hope he does well because he's always overachieves in really good cars. Anyway, that is going to be it for today's NASCAR news video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel, notifications so you be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, links description below for that, and comment your thoughts on today's video. Where do you think John Hunter ends up in 2020? Do you think he ends up in a really good ride in 2021 or not? Let me know in comments below. And what do you think about Jeb Burton going to Kaulig Racing in 2020 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series? Do you think Kaulig Racing made the right decision in moving over there or not? Let me know in comments below. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you do like us so YouTube can recommend really good videos out to you guys. If you do that, I really appreciate it. Anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.